Hello, this is Robs again. Aeon vs. WoW, video 5, dealing with gameplay. This one's going to go real quick. This is a lot of really short shots of just gameplay elements that I just wanted to hit on real fast. Right here, this is an early kill quest, so there's your quest menu. We're going to kill 6 of these sprig things. Nothing new here. So we're going to kill that a little bit, and then I got a shot of turning in a quest. Now, something I don't have a lot of video of that I do want to discuss a little bit is the crafting and gathering portion of the game. I did not, in terms of time, because it would have been very time consuming, and I actually I didn't really film much of that or really mess with it very much. But I did have another friend of mine who's doing the Aeon beta test, and they're very interested in PvE and crafting, whereas I'm more interested in the PvP side of the game. And she told me that that pretty much the crafting system in this game, and she's also someone who's played World of Warcraft for many years, and she says that the crafting system in this game makes Warcraft's crafting system kind of look like child's play. I mean, it's really, or that it was developed as an afterthought. The crafting in this game is huge and endless. Here's a little bit of me gathering and stuff, and that's about all I really did. There's a number of quests, actually, that require you to gather things. And at the beginning, you might consider skipping these quests, but as it turns out, these gathering quests and these crafting type quests continue throughout the entire leveling process. So it pretty much forces you to at least become a gatherer, because I guess most of the quests aren't really crafting quests, they're gathering quests. Somebody wants some sticks, somebody wants some angelica, somebody wants some iron ore, and you want to be able to do these quests. I do believe there's probably plenty of quests. You probably could skip them and still level up alright, but it's easy XP, and I would recommend it. But pretty much here's some shots of me arranging skills from my skill menu, putting them on a hotbar. Again, nothing new here. The crafting system's really going to be I think the centerpiece in this game of what PvE players are going to be into. I believe that a lot of your the reagents and materials and stuff that you're going to need for the crafting is going to be gotten in the instances and the dungeons, and you know, from farming the world and whatnot. And again, just a lot of PvE stuff, and the gear and the items that are made with the crafting system are also quite top notch. I'm not going to discuss the crafting anymore. I may hit it on the conclusion in a little bit. One concern that people had brought up was about channel changing. Say, oh, this is a damn Asian game, it's going to have channel changing, and that's going to ruin everything. And yes, this is true. Here is some video of me changing channel. Now, there's 3 guys here that play. All the mobs are all farmed out, and this is in a beginner area. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change channels, and you're going to see me change channels, and then there's not going to be anybody around, and I'll have plenty of mobs to kill. And but the channel changing is only for the first 2 zones of the game. After level 20, all of the zones are in the same channel. There is no channel switching after that. I believe the reason why they added the channels was to make it easier to level. If you don't want it, you know, if places are farmed out, you can switch channels, and you know, and pretty much you complete your 1 to 20, your first 20 levels without any real hindrance. In addition, also those 2 areas are not very PvP heavy, because obviously if you know, some Asmodeans come rolling up into your starter zones and start ganking a bunch of noobs, they're just going to switch channels, and then the Asmodeans are going to have to switch channels to follow them, and they're just not going to do that. So it's kind of nice how they did it. If they had, it would actually completely turn me off if there was channels throughout the larger part of the game, but there is not. It is one continuous world. There's a little bit of character creation there. Again, you know, nothing I'm really too concerned about. You can make your characters look like whatever. Now, here's a bit of, I was right there, I'm running out of, these shots are going too fast. But that was me stuck in a tree. That is something that does happen. There's obviously no swimming physics here, as you can see. That's another concern people have come up with. But I mean, in all reality, you know, it's kind of hard to swim with a heavy-ass weapon and armor and everything on anyways, but I am a little disappointed with the lack of swimming physics. People were saying you can't even use your wings if you're standing in 1 inch of water. Well, I just proved with that shot right there that you can actually jump out of the water and put your wings on, so that's not an issue. Here's me using my Hearthstone or return spell to return back to where I started. This is a bit on the item buffing. You can actually take all characters are able to disenchant items into these enchantment stones, which you can then use to add bonuses to weapons. So if you get some items that you can't sell, some armor and some weapons that you can't sell or don't want to sell, you can disenchant them into enchantment stones and then use the enchantment stones to increase the properties of whatever weapon you do want to keep. Here's a shot of me buying skill manuals. This is kind of the same as your trainers in World of Warcraft. They're going to sell you these manuals, and then you use the manuals to increase your skills and learn new skills and stuff. Again, nothing new here. What is kind of nice about it is that you can buy the manuals in advance. There's no level requirement, so if you're a bar away from leveling to 15 and there's a new ability and you're about to head off with a group into a dungeon, you can go ahead and buy that skill manual, and then while you're in the dungeon and you hit your level 15, then you can then go ahead and learn it and use it throughout the rest of the dungeon. There's no need to skip back to a main town really fast to pick that up. This is me transformed into a dragon. It was a little bonus item that was given to all the people on the last day of the beta event. It gave us 5 opportunities to change ourselves into a very ugly looking dragon, which I'm not incredibly impressed with the look of the dragon, but it is what it is. And that pretty much concludes the gameplay. I know I went through that really fast, but that's not really the most interesting part of this game to me. Most of the stuff that you've seen there was pretty much the same shit that you're going to find in any other MMO. And I'm out.